welcome to another installment of the Fragments of Silicon Reviews. Up this week are four games, three of which are reviews, and one impressions uh, of the early access variety. The first game up this week is a game vaguely dubbed Blocks Challenge. I think they would have had to struggle to come up with a more generic title. I'll be honest. It doesn't even really fit because the game isn't really consisting of blocks. It's hexagons. I'm like, boxes are cube shaped. This annoys me greatly.
I guess you could make a hex box.
I
I don't.
suppose
I don't mean that even as like a Microsoft joke.
fair, but you know what I'm getting at, right?
Yes, blocks are usually cubical or
Yeah,
rectangular prismal.
yeah, something like that. Not hexagonal. And um usually when you have box puzzles, it involves a lot of pushing and pulling. Lord knows I did a lot of that in the late 90s. Like, um, anyway, so block blocks challenge is a puzzle game where you stack hexagons against each other, and they've got the numerical values in the center, and your job is to connect. It's a match three puzzler, um, but not in the style of Bejeweled. Um,
Not a swapping match three, but a placing match three.
yes, that's a good way of putting it. In fact, placement is kind of the key to longevity because you know every time you put a tile in, um, it will plug up that hole. And the only way to get rid of these bricks are to have three of the matching number connecting, and so they'll collide in with each other, and it'll increase the number on the chip by one. So if you've got like three threes connecting, that'll make one four. Now, the key to large scores and such is, you know, trying to strategically place everything because um, the wedges will go into each other even if they're on the board. That is to say, if you've got
Yeah, I noticed a little bit of Suika gaming when you put a bunch of the same number of thing to when you put three together, they will become one of the next highest number up.
um, yeah, I just explained that.
Yeah. Sorry, I was dazed.
Mm,
I didn't sleep well last night, so apologies for stupid comments.
okay, but yeah, that is the way it works, and your thinking is going to be along the lines of placement, and you get tiles in caches of ones, twos, and threes. That is to say, you can get like a single, a double, and a triple, and you can also rotate the tiles, kind of clunkily. Like, it's the kind of thing that makes me think that this game was made for a touchscreen. Though, as far as I can tell, this game was made for the PC. Um, the big giveaway there is, the UI is actually in line with PC specs. It's not ludicrously oversized to compensate for the screen of a smartphone. Um, that's not to say that this game won't ever get ported to mobile devices, but I didn't see it on the Google Play Store. So, anyway, so the goal of the game is really to last as long as possible and rack up a highest score as
Such
possible.
as puzzle games of yore.
Indeed. I mean, not just of yore, but even a lot of the modern day mobile match 3 games are like that.
Fair.
Um, or at least they used to be. But the the point is survival. Um, and it does have a ranking, although I will note that, like, the Steam page doesn't mention it for
Hmm.
whatever reason. Um, that might be local ranking. Um,
Probably.
yeah. But still, ranking is kind of important because, like I said, that's kind of the goal of the game. And you are also able to get like special power ups, which can rearrange the numbers of the tiles. Um, by hitting that lightning button in the right center, um, up to 3 times.
Mm.
And that's really it. Uh, there's also a like a roulette wheel that spins um, for the game starts, which can give bonuses and I think penalties. I'll be honest, I didn't play this game for that long because, well, there's no easy way to say it. I got bored quickly. Like this is a perfectly cromulent puzzle game, but it's just nothing more than that. Like it's a puzzle game I literally played for a half an hour and said, "Okay, I've had my fill. Never again."
Hmm.
You know, which isn't it isn't a great sign of for a puzzle game like this
Yeah.
because you know this is working on potentially infinite replay value, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But it's like it's not in the least bit compelling. Like, and it kind of shows on screen. Like, this is some utilitarian assets here. Not even minimalist, because that would suggest artistic stylings.
Hmm.
Now,
Yeah, the logo is a little bit interesting, but it's also just the exact logo.
yeah, um, like, and it's on a generic blue background. Like everything looks very plain and bland,
Hmm.
and I can't. And nothing about this says that it was going for that stylistically. It's just how it ended up.
Hmm.
And that it's really a metaphor for the game itself.
Like this isn't one of those
Uh,
games that like if you took the logo off the side, be like, oh shit, that's insert iconic puzzle game here. It's this I can see this is some type of puzzle game. What is it? You know?
right. And once again, it's all like tied into the name itself. It's like Block's Challenge. You know, it's a very, very, very nondescript title. You
Hmm.
know,
Especially when something like
there's no
Block's Challenge makes you think more of something like a Sokoban game, not
right.
this.
Yeah. This I don't know weird variant on say Chinese checkers
Probably one of the
or
more
what have
apt
you.
description of it.
I mean, and I swear I think I've played this game before. Not this game, but
A
this game
variant
type
of it.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah. at some point, but I can't remember where. I mean, it was probably as uninteresting as this one
Hmm.
is. And, like I said, um, so you're not in for a bad time if you pick this up. You're just in for kind of a dull one.
A time.
Yeah. And like, you know, once again, it's the kind of game that's better suited to mobile or
Hmm.
I'd say the Steam Deck.
Yeah, like I've
Um,
seen like games like this on mobile, just clearly not this one.
right.
They're usually one of those like ad spam games where you do a round and you get like 5 minutes of advertisements,
Uh-huh.
and it intentionally makes itself impossible after a few turns.
Yeah. So once again, it's this is just a wispy, effervescent game
Hmm.
that you'll probably forget very soon after you play it.
Hmm.
Um, so on that note, in terms of pricing, it is very affordable, clocking in at a meager 3.99 USD, so
Hmm.
$4 total, which is a maybe a bit high for just the sheer lack of personality on display.
Yeah, if it had more personality, I'd say that'd be a fine price. But this looks almost like it wants to be a free-to-play mobile game that they're charging you for.
Hmm. And there are no
Yeah,
microtransactions, so um, like I said, sometimes we just get games like this. It's a game that exists in the world.
it is
Nothing
a
more.
game of our time.
Yeah, nothing more, nothing less. So yeah, that'll do it for Blocks Challenge. I knew this was going to be a quick one.
Hmm.
So anyway, be sure to tune in after the break as Petty Fan reviews Guardians of the Sanctuary.